Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of His Son, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. This your boy Padat. This is your boy Padata's War from the Second Rebel Society. Hey man, today man is a free game Wednesdays. Now, I was planning on doing like going into the Book of Sirach. I was planning on going for like one, Sirach number, chapter 1, 2, 3, and all that. But the spirit sometimes, the spirit moves, man. The spirit's like the wind. We don't know sometimes. Sometimes, you might feel like the spirit is leading you to do this, but the spirit has some, different plans for you. You feel me? So we're doing something different today. We're gonna go into the book of Sirach, chapter 19 in the GNT. I really want to go into this because I was looking into this, and I really want to go into it because I feel like, this is something that need to be spoken. I feel like our people need to be able to get this wisdom, get this knowledge, and get this word. So I'm gonna continue to, do these and continue to try to wake our people up because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians waking up to who they are as the Israelites. We got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. You feel me? And a lot of times our people don't want to do that. We want to do all this. We want to follow every trend of the white man, but we don't want to follow, the customs that the Most High has laid out for us, our own customs, so we got to come back to that. We got to come back to the commandments. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know anything else, know to keep the commandments of God and repent. You feel me? And by repenting, that's you keeping the commandments of God. That's you coming back to your heritage and knowing who you are, man. So let's get it. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go into this. We're going to really get this shit popping. Let's get it. Okay. Share my screen. Entire screen. Oh, hold up. I know. Let's do this one. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Let's get it. This your boy Pada. Let's get it. You ready? So let's get into it. All right, here we go. So this is Sirach chapter 19 in the GNT, the Good News Translation. So let's get it. This is verse 1. If you do, you would never get rich. If you don't pay attention to small matters, you will gradually ruin yourself. So it's a need to pay attention to small matters because you can gradually ruin yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're not paying attention to detail and paying attention to how your life is going, for instance, like let's think about somebody that's planning on losing weight. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole, you sitting up there talking about, man, I want to lose weight, I want to get skinny and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? You might go to McDonald's or something like that. You get a burger and stuff like that. One day you be like, you get a burger, you buy the burger, you get the fries and all that. It's greasy as hell. You start eating it. You like, you know what? I'm gonna hit the gym tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat this burger today. I'm gonna hit the gym tomorrow. Before you know it, the next day you go get another burger. I'm gonna hit the gym tomorrow. Before you know it, you're 350 pounds. You feel me? That's why I'm like that's what I'm saying. Like the scripture says, pay. If you don't pay attention to small matters, you will gradually ruin yourself. So it's a need to pay attention to small matters. Pay attention to everything. Pay attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what you're doing wrong. You don't know what could be eating at you, especially eating at your spirit. But it says you will gradually ruin yourself. It's not saying it's going to happen overnight, but saying as you not pay attention to those small matters, they become, those small matters become a little bigger. Before you know it, that become a little bigger. Before you know it, it blows up. And before you know it, you're ruined. You feel me? So it's always a need to do that. Matter of fact, let's get a precept. Let's go right here. Sirach 5. Let's go to Sirach chapter 5 and 15. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. So don't be ignorant of nothing. You know what I'm saying? You need to always take into consideration everything, whether it's a small thing or whether it's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? Always take into consideration those things because you don't know what it could do to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're not paying attention, always be, you gotta keep your eyes open and you gotta always have that vision, man, to see where you're going off at. You know what I'm saying? What you're messing up on, and always just keep your mind, keep your eyes to the commandments of God. You feel me? You need to always, and also too, like in life, you need to always measure back what you're doing. Measure that back to the law, statutes, and the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's get this. I'm gonna show you something. Let's get this. Go to Isaiah 8 and 20. This is the measuring stick right here. This is the measuring stick. It says, this is Isaiah chapter 8 and 20 in the KJV. To the law and to the testimony. So we talking about the law and we dealing with the testimony. You see what I'm saying? If they speak not according to this word. So if somebody's speaking not according to this word, if you live it not according to this word, it's because there is no light in them. You see what I'm saying? So this is how we know who has light and who doesn't have light. Those that's not speaking according to this word, to the law and to the testimony, those that's not living this word that they're speaking, they have no light in them. Point blank, period. You feel me? There's no light in them. Now let's go back to Sirach chapter 19, verse 2. Wine and woman make sensible men do foolish things. A man who goes to prostitutes gets more and more careless. So hold up. One thing you need to understand is wine and woman make sensible men do foolish things, man. And and you could be a man that has massive sense, but you could be blinded by a woman's beauty, man. Matter of fact, let's go to Sirach chapter 9. Let's go to Sirach 9. Because you could be blinded by a woman's beauty, and before you know it, you're doing all types of foolish things. You're finding yourself in predicaments and situations that you wouldn't normally find yourself in because you're blinded. You feel me? And sometimes brothers can be blinded. That's why it's a need to understand, the scriptures say, give not thy soul unto a woman. You know what I'm saying? Give not thy strength unto a woman. I'm just roughly paraphrasing. But it says that. You see what I'm saying? Like right here. Verse 2. Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. You know what I'm saying? Don't let her bury your soul. Don't let her, everything that you, for instance, you have strength as a man. You have substance. But some of our people, some of our men allow women to just walk over them. You know what I'm saying? And they give thy soul unto a woman. You know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, this woman done ran off with your boy, with your homeboy, and you left with nothing. You see what I'm saying? Give not thy soul to a woman. Your focus need to be on the Most High God. You need to keep your focus on the Most High God. Everything else will come in play if you keep your focus on the Most High God. That woman that you're looking for, that righteous woman that you're looking for, that woman that you're looking for, all that will come into motion if you do what you're supposed to do first, man. Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first. If you do that, everything else will be added unto you. But don't give thy soul unto a woman, man. Be a man. Stand up, be a man. Follow the Most High God. Everything else will follow after that. You feel me? But that's not where I was about to go. Verse 5. Gaze not on a maid. No, that ain't it. Where is it at? Oh, here we go. This is verse 8 in Sirach chapter 9 and 8. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for herewith love is kindled as a fire. So that's the thing to keep in mind. You might see this beautiful woman and stuff like that, and you're looking upon her beauty. You're looking upon what you see from the outside. Now, all of us, we love a fine woman. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the thing is to keep in mind, many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. Just because the woman look good on the outside don't mean that she living right on the inside. You feel me? You got to watch. You got to be circumspect in those situations, that you don't fall into, that you don't give thy soul into this woman before you know it. Before you know it, you're blinded and you lost everything. You ain't got no money. You done gave her all your damn money, man. You got to keep that in mind. You feel me? So let's go back to Sirach 9:10. It also says a man who goes to prostitute gets more and more careless, because now the nigga sitting up there like, hey man, you done went to this prostitute, you done gave her, whether you done gave her your money or whether you just laid down consensually. You know what I'm saying? Whether you just laid down and she was, everything was good. The thing is, you're getting more and more careless because now your mind is just focused on getting to that box. Your mind is not focused on the things that you need to do in life. You're focused on getting to that box. And that's a problem. You'll get more and more reckless because your mind is catered to that woman or catered to that prostitute, to whoever. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it, man. Now you're spending money to get to it. Now you're lying to people just to get to it. And that's how a lot of brothers is, man. They get more and more careless. They don't really care about nothing. Notice this, verse 3. This is the powerful point. And that carelessness will cost him his life. Worms will feed on his decaying body, man. That's cold. That carelessness. You getting carelessness. You getting careless from trying to go after these prostitutes, go after these promiscuous women and stuff like that. All that carelessness that you're getting, before you know it, now you're sitting up there sleeping. This woman got a whole man, you sleeping with her. Now you're doing stuff like that that's worthy of death. Notice it says that carelessness will cost him his life. You eventually will lose your life following after these prostitutes, following after these promiscuous women. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. It says the worms will feed on your decaying body. And honestly, as you continue to keep your mind focused on that and not focus on the things that's more important, which is the word of the Most High, the worms is already feeding on your body. It's feeding on your spirit right now, So it's something to keep in mind. It's something to always keep in mind. Something to always, just keep in your focus. Keep in your focus. So let's get verse. Let me post this real quick. Let's get verse 4. It is silly to trust people too quickly. If you sin, you are hurting yourself. So hold up. It says it's silly to trust people too quickly. So we got some people that might trust people a little bit too quickly. And that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you need to prove a friend. Matter of fact, let's go to Sirach. Let's go to Sirach. Sirach 6. Sirach 6 and 7. You need to prove a friend because you shouldn't just start trusting people, too quick. You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 6 and 7, known as Sirach 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. So if you're getting a friend or somebody that you done just met to whatever, you got to prove that person first. You got to test that person. You got to go through the test. You got to go through the storms with that person before you sit up there and credit them. Don't be so quick to just sit up there and be like, oh, this is my friend. I trust him with my life, this and that. When you don't even know the dude. You don't even know the person, man. And a lot of times that's something that we do. We don't even know the person. And before you know it, the person does you dirty than anybody has ever done to you. And now you're looking stupid because you're thinking like, dang, I thought I knew him. You didn't. You just met the brother 2 weeks ago. Like, you didn't know him. You didn't test him. You feel me? You're silly if you think you did. Like, come on. So we got to keep that in mind. Verse 5. If wickedness makes you happy, you will be condemned. So if wickedness is something that's making you happy, because I know a lot of people be like, and a lot of times we say, sin is fun. That's what that's how it was when you was in the world. You're like, hey, sin is fun, man. Everything that God, and this is how it was when, brothers was in the world. I'm just going to be real. I got to be honest. This is how it was when I was in the world. It was like, you felt like, man, sin is fun, man. I enjoy this. Because, you live in it and you thinking you enjoying it, but it's really decaying at you. You're really decaying. You know what I'm saying? You think you're going up, but you're really going down. But the thing is, it says if wickedness make you happy, you will be condemned. So if this is something that's making you happy, something that's uplifting your day to go out and do wickedness, guess what? You're going to be condemned. The Most High is going to condemn you if that's something that makes you happy. If righteousness is something that makes you happy and you start walking in that way, then hey, you get the opposite of that. But if wickedness is what makes you happy, that's what makes you smile, that's a beautiful thing in your eyes, then guess what? You will be condemned. Let's get verse 6. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 6 in the GNT. Avoid idle talk and you will avoid a lot of trouble. So remember, avoid idle talk and you will avoid a lot of trouble. So when we deal with idle talk, we're just dealing with somebody, just saying anything, just saying whatever comes to mind, just saying whatever comes to mind. You're just speaking. It's just coming out the mouth. You're just speaking and saying things. You know what I'm saying? But it's saying, and you will avoid a lot of trouble, because a lot of times what you say can destroy somebody. What you say can cause problems. What you say can get your ass beat. Pardon my French. But what you say can be to your downfall too. You feel me? Because we got to remember, life and death is in the power of the tongue. And also Yahweh Shah said what? By your words. Everything that you say will go into account. Matter of fact, let's get that. I don't even want to sit up there and roughly paraphrase. It's better off to just read it. Ain't no point in just saying. We just need to go read it. Let's get it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 30. What is it? 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. So notice this. This is the key. 37. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So whatever you say, you're going to have to give an account in the day of judgment. In the day of wrath, you're going to have to give an account for what you were speaking, the things that came out of your mouth. And you're either going to be justified by what you said, or you're going to be condemned by what you said. So it's a need to watch the things that's coming out of your mouth. You feel me? Because it can get you in trouble. It can get you in trouble on an earthly level with somebody, whether it's a friend or to whoever. It can get you in problems with that, whether it's somebody you talking to at a bar, you say the wrong thing, get beat up, get stumped out, or it can get you in eternal, it can get you into trouble with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Where, you might end up getting destroyed. You feel me? So it's a need to keep that in mind. You feel me? Let's go back to Sirach chapter 19, verse 7 in the GNT. Never repeat what you hear and you will have no regrets. Don't tell it to your friends or your enemies unless it would be sinful to keep it to yourself. Whoever hears you will take note of it, and sooner or later will hate you for it. Have you heard a rumor? It's verse 10. Let it die with you. Be brave, and it won't make you explode. So when somebody tells you something, a lot of times the first thing people do is like, hey, this person told me something, so we got to go tell everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I got to go tell this person. I got to go tell that person. This person need to know. That person only told you about it, but yet the person that's across the street, somebody that's all the way on the other side of town, know about the same thing that person told you. That's a problem. When they sit up there and tell you something and they speak to you in privacy and they tell you something in privacy, let it die with you. Don't sit up there and go back and be like, you know what? I'm going to tell this person, I'm going to tell that person, I'm going to tell that person. Guess what? That's going to create distrust. And that's going to cause somebody to hate you because of the simple fact you can't hold water. Now I can't trust you, because how the hell do the person on the other side of the country know what the hell I just told you in private? You can't be trusted. You feel me? Let it die with you. If somebody tell you something, let it die with you. Verse 11. A foolish person trying to keep a secret suffers like a woman in labor. So a foolish person trying to keep a secret, he's suffering like a woman in labor. So just as a woman in labor is suffering, she's going through all those contractions and she's about to give birth, she's in distress. That's how a foolish person is trying to keep a secret. That's how foolish person is. They can't keep this. It's killing them to keep this secret. They have to tell somebody. You know. Verse 12. Anytime he hears a secret, it's like an arrow stuck in his leg. So he got to pull that arrow out of his leg. He like, you know what? Hey, this secret, I'm hearing this secret, but guess what? It's like an arrow stuck in my leg. So I got to pull it out my leg. Meaning I have to tell somebody about what the heck I just heard. Matter of fact, I got to tell this person. And then you go to the person, like, hey, don't tell nobody what I just said. Don't tell nobody. He just told me this. Don't tell nobody. Don't let nobody know. Bro, come on, man. Like, the brother just gave you something in secret. Let that word die with you. You feel me? Let's get verse 13. If you hear that a friend has done something wrong, ask him about it. Maybe it isn't true. If it is true, he won't do it again. And if you hear that a neighbor has said something, he shouldn't ask about it. Hold up. Matter of fact, let's get 13 first. If you hear that a friend has done something wrong, ask him about it. So instead of jumping to conclusions, the first thing we should do is ask him. If you heard something, you know, a lot of times we hear something and it ain't always facts. Of course, niggas put they remixes to it and they put they twist to it, but a lot of times we hear something that's not always facts. So if you hear that a friend has done something, you need to go ask them about it. Because maybe it is true, maybe it's not. You feel me? If it is true, he won't do it again. So verse 14. If you hear that a neighbor has said something he shouldn't, so whether it's your brother to whoever, he has said something he shouldn't, ask him about it. See, don't be that person to jump to conclusions. Don't be that person to think, oh, well, you know, he said it. He's guilty as charged. No. You have to ask him about it. Ask him about it. Because you never know what the heck is going on, man. Ask him about it. You know, matter of fact, let's get that. Matter of fact, let's get this. Let's get this is the book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 7 in the CEBA version. Don't find fault before you investigate. Consider first and then reprimand. So don't find fault before you investigate. You got to investigate the situation first. You feel me? You got to investigate the situation. You know, you got to look at the forensics to whatever. You got to investigate the situation. Consider it first, all the things that you've gathered, and then reprimand. Then you can make your judgment. You feel me? But don't just sit up there and be like, oh, he said it. I know he said it, and you don't have facts. You don't have the facts. You feel me? Get the facts first. So, where we at? Oh, my bad. So, maybe he didn't say it, and if he did, he won't say it again. Verse 15. If you hear something bad about a friend, ask him about it. It might be a lie. Don't believe everything you hear. Now, understand this. It says, if you hear something bad about a friend, ask him about it. It might be a lie. Don't believe everything you hear. You got to remember, niggas be lying on people, man. It ain't always facts. It ain't always true what somebody's saying. So you need to ask them about it. Don't be that person that believes everything you hear. Everything that somebody say, don't be that person that believes everything. Matter of fact, let's go here. Proverbs 14, 15, and 18. Let's go here. Is that what I want? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and 15. I think I want to get the GNT version. Now, let's see what the GNT version says. I think it simplifies it a little bit better. I mean, that was good, but I want to hit it home, you know? So, let's get that. Yep. This is Proverbs chapter 14 and 15. Good News Translation. A fool will believe anything. Smart people watch their step. So, a fool is going to believe anything, first and foremost. Always remember that. Don't be that fool that believes anything somebody say. Always test what they say. Matter of fact, apply the pressure. You know, put it to the fire. That's how you'll know if it's real, if it's not. Put it to test. Okay, let's get it. This is the verse. This is Sirach chapter 19, verse 16 in GNT. A person may say something carelessly and not really mean it. Everyone has sinned in this way at one time or another. If you hear something that makes you angry with your neighbor, ask him about it before you threaten him. Leave the matter to the law of the Most High. So, a person may say something carelessly. You might say something that's very reckless to somebody and don't really mean it. You know, you just angry. Sometimes we just speak out of anger. We say certain things to people that we really don't mean. You know, but a lot of us have sinned in this way. A lot of us have said things just to hurt people because we was hurt. You know, so it can happen. It definitely can happen. And then it says, if you hear something that makes you angry with your neighbor, ask him about it before you threaten him. So before you sit up there, you up here at his neck, you like, hey, bro, when I catch you, it's on, bro. It's on and popping. Ask him about it. You know what I'm saying? Let him know, like, hey, man, I heard that you said so and so, so. Ask him about it. So it don't even get to that, to that next level. You don't even have to take it to the point where you ready to smash out on him. You feel me? And you got to lead the matter to the law of the Most High. What does the law say about this situation? What ye say the law. So let the law be, what decides our matters, man. Just as America have, they have their laws. Let the law decide the matter. So that's how we should be operating. We should be thinking about always considering what the law says about certain things that we do. You know what I'm saying, in life. And we need to learn how to navigate, keeping this law and navigating through life. You know what I'm saying? With this law. Let's get verse 20 in Sirach chapter 19, verse 20 in the GNT. Fear the Lord and keep his law. That is what wisdom is all about. So fearing the Lord and keeping his law. If you really want to know what wisdom is about, then you need to do this. You need to fear God, fear the Most High, and keep his law. That's what wisdom is about. So if you really want some wisdom, then you need to do this. You need to fear the Lord and keep his law. We got to stop sitting up here thinking like, oh, we don't have to keep the law. Well, how are you walking in wisdom if you're not keeping the law and you're not fearing the Lord? How are you walking in wisdom? If the Bible is telling you right here, fear the Lord and keep his law, that is what wisdom is all about. Wisdom is all about keeping the law and fearing the Lord. So how are you walking in wisdom if you're not keeping the law or you're not fearing the Lord? And that's all, that all goes hand in hand. You feel me? So verse 22. You may know everything there is to know about wickedness, but that does not make you wise. It is not sensible to follow the advice of sinners. So you may know everything there is to know about wickedness, about how to roll a blunt, how to lie in wait and kill your brother. You might know everything there is about things that's wicked as hell. How to get with this brother wife, how to just do all types of wickedness, man, that our people was out there doing, man. You might know everything there is about that, but that does not make you wise. That don't make you wise. It really just makes you a dumb nigga that's about to get your judgment. But, it's not sensible to follow the advice of sinners. It's not a wise thing. That's not something a sensible person would do. Following the advice of sinners. And when I'm not saying that anybody can't just give you advice, but what I'm saying is when they're giving you advice to do things that's contrary to the laws of God, or giving you advice that's going to lead you astray and lead you into sin, that's a problem. Don't follow that. If you're a sensible person, you're not going to follow that. So let's continue. Verse 23. It is possible to use cleverness for wicked purposes, but some people act like fools because they don't know any better. So some people don't know any better, and a lot of people are using cleverness for wicked purposes. A lot of our people don't know better. You know what I'm saying? That's why we give you the law. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's go to I think it's, what is it? I think it's First Timothy. First Timothy 1, I think. I think it's First Timothy 1. Let's get this. Okay. Okay, this is First Timothy chapter 1, verse 9. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for the sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for men stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine. So what we got to remember is that this law that we're teaching is not made for a righteous man. Somebody that's keeping the law, we're not going to sit up there and be like, oh, you know, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, he's already doing what he's supposed to do. This law, when we bring it to you, we're bringing it to you. We're bringing it to the people that's not choosing to do what the Most High laid in front of them. The people that's living lawless, the people that's ungodly, the people that living in sin, the people that's killing people, the people that's out, you know, women out there that's being whores, you know, for them that defile themselves with mankind, them that want to be the alphabet people, you know, for liars, people that want to lie. Yes, we're bringing these charges against you because you're lying. You're being a liar, you know, and to anything else that's contrary to sound doctrine. And we're dealing with the law. Anything contrary to the law. Matter of fact, let's go here. Pardon my dog in the background. My dog barking in the background. If you can hear it, pardon that. Hey, but shalom to everybody that's in the chat. Shalom. All praise to the Most High. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 4 and 2. For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. So what is the doctrine? The doctrine is what? Forsake ye not my law. It's the law. So we need to be keeping the law. That's the sound doctrine in when you deal with First Timothy chapter 1, verse 10. It says that there be anything that is contrary to sound doctrine. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Let's go back to the book of Sirach, chapter 19. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 24 in the GNT. A devout person, even if he is not very intelligent, is better off than the cleverest of sinners. Hey, so somebody that's devout to this, you know, to doing what the Most High God has laid out for them, somebody that's really putting their life on the line, they might not be the wisest. They might not have all the breakdowns. They might not know or have all the knowledge. They might not have everything. You know what I'm saying? But they're a brother that's faithful, that's doing what they're supposed to do. Now, that type of person is better off than the cleverest of sinners. So somebody that's very clever and being wicked, you know, that person's better off. Because somebody that's clever and wicked, he might have all the knowledge and being wicked and all that stuff and stuff like that, but it's not going to benefit him in the day of wrath. You feel me? So that's why that person is also a better person. A devout person is better off, even if he doesn't have a lot of intelligence, but he's devout. He's doing what he needs to do. You feel me? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and 25 in the GNT. It is possible to be marvelously clever and still be dishonest, or to get what you want by being absurdly polite. So it's possible to be marvelously clever and still be dishonest. You could be a very clever person and be very dishonest and be very expert at being dishonest. You can be a person like that, or to get what you want by being polite. You know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of deception going on. You know, and you gotta watch. And see, that's why you have to be able to. Don't trust every spirit that comes to you. Every person that's coming to you, they carry some type of spirit with them, whether it's the spirit of the Most High or whether it's the spirit of Satan. You feel me? But they carry a spirit with you, you know? So you have to try the spirit by the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Just like when we went to Sirach chapter 6 and 7, when we're talking about proving a friend, you got to also test that spirit in that person. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. This is Sirach chapter 19, verse 26 in the GNT. Then there are those wicked people who go about looking very solemn and mournful, but who are only trying to deceive you. So there's some people that's gonna come to you. They're gonna come to you with this somber face. You know, they're gonna be acting very mournful. You thinking this person is really somebody that you should, you know, give your money to, give your time to, you know, but they're only out there trying to deceive you. A person like this, turn them away, man. To hell with a person like that. You feel me? Because they're only trying to deceive you. Matter of fact, let's go to Luke 6, 44 to, I think it's 44 to 46. Let's go there. Yep. Let's go right here. Is this what I wanted? No, let's go back. My bad. Let's go back. Let's get this. So this is the book of Matthew chapter 7 and 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So there's certain people that's gonna come to you. They're gonna come to you all nice. They're gonna come to you like, you know, they might come to you. You might look at them like, oh, this person's nice. He wouldn't do nothing wrong to me. And they're really a wolf in the inside, man. They're out to devour you and kill you. And you know, you could be very silly and sitting up there giving into that person. You know, so you have to guard yourself. Don't just let somebody run over you. Don't just let somebody just, you know, just deceive you like that. Don't be silly. Guard yourself. Guard your spirit. Guard yourself. You feel me? Have respect for yourself. So when people come to you, they think that they're coming in a way where they can, be deceptive to you, but you ain't giving into it. You're not receptive to that because your spirit is strong enough for them when they come to you. Instead of them sitting up there conquering you, you know, they're bouncing off of you because they can't do nothing with you. So you need to strengthen your spirit. It's a need for that. So let's go to the book of, let's go back to Sirach, chapter 19 in GNT. Verse 27, they will turn their faces away and pretend not to hear you, but they'll take advantage of you when you least expect it. So there's a lot of people that's going to try to come and take advantage of you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you know somebody only comes to you when they need money, or somebody that only comes to you when they're trying to get something out of you, you a stupid. Hey, excuse me. I'm not even going to say. I'm going to say this. You're stupid as hell if you continue to give into that. You know this person is taking advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? But you keep giving in. You're giving in when you know this person only wants something from you. This person is not being sincere. This person is very disingenuous. He's not genuine. You know? He's being very disingenuous. And that's what this person is being. But you're sitting up there giving in every time they come to you. Every time they come to you, you like, you know what? Hey, though he taking advantage of my silly butt, guess what? I'm going to give you what you want. And you keep giving and giving and giving. You're sitting up there like, Lord, I know the Lord is blessing me. And while you sitting up there thinking the Lord blessing you, all hell is raising in your family. I mean, all hell is happening in your household. But you think that the Most High blessing you. Come on. Stop being silly. The Most High looking at you like, this guy is a test. I sit him as a test. See the test, conquer the test. You feel me? So keep that in mind. Verse 28. If for some reason they are unable to sin now, they'll get around to it at the first opportunity. So if they're not able to succeed, so if they come to you the first time and they're not able to succeed, because you might blow it off, or you might be like, hey, I don't have the money right now, I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? They gonna look for another opportunity. At the next opportunity they get, oh, best believe they taking it. Best believe they taking it. And guess what? You're gonna end up with no money to be able to feed your own kids because you done gave them all your money and they sitting up there, they don't even got no problems going on at home. They was just trying to get in your pocket because they know that you're gonna be the first person to give to them when they ask of it. You know? So we have to be wiser, have to be smarter as a people. You feel me? This is verse 29. You can know people by their appearance. The first time you look at them, you can tell if they have good sense. Verse 30. Their character shows in the way they dress, the way they laugh, and the way they walk. So you're able to tell a person just by the way they walk, the way they dress, the way they laugh. You're able to tell what this person might be about. You know? You're able to tell that. And you're able to tell if this person had some type of good sense. You feel me? Matter of fact, let's look at that. I want to look at that in the KJV. Let's go. We got a Sirach 19 KJV. Let's go there. Notice 29. A man may be known by his look. It's Sirach 19:29 at KJV. A man may be known by his look, and one that have understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. So you're able to tell a person may be known by his look, man. So it's a need to know how you represent yourself. You know, representation is something key. Like even when you go to a damn you're applying for a job. You feel me? You got an interview. What are they looking at? They're looking at how you dress, how you carry yourself. So the way you carry yourself tells a lot to somebody. You know, if somebody sees you carrying yourself like this, they might be like, well, that man has good sense. Or you can carry yourself a different way and barely really care about the way you look, the way you dress, and just out there looking any type of way. And they might be like, I don't know about this person, you know? So first impression is everything. And then you got a man's attire, verse 30, a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is. So just by the way, a man, whether he's laughing or doing all this laughing and stuff like that, hey, certain people that really is tapped into the spirit can see through all that. So you need to be able to see through all these different things and stuff like that. You know, so yeah, that's it. That's all I got today. Let's close this screen. Let's get out of here. But yeah, man, this your boy Padatas Award. Hey, to everybody that tuned in and checked it out. Hey, let's just give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. It's your boy Padatas Award. We out. Hey, shalom to everybody.